activities? Water bottles, even at school as well. Cream and perfumes and so many things. Shampoo bottles and so many things he can do, so that in this way the child become independent. The child become independent. He is not totally dependent on the adults. If somebody does that activity and then he will be doing on his own. Right? So, direct aim to master the technique of opening and closing different types of lids, caps, etc. Indirect aim, muscular training. Indirect preparation for geometry. Indirect preparation for writing. How geometry and writing? Because of the shapes of various bottles and boxes. And indirect preparation for writing. Mostly yes, the opening and closing of either the boxes involve the fingertip, or we call it pencil control, these movements, right? And independence. Point of interest, different types of opening and closing of tops, sizes and shapes of bottles and caps. Age 2.5 years onward. Okay, you have noticed we have kept here small glasses, small jars, small bottles. Most of the things are very tiny and small. What's the reason? Child's hand is small, and another thing is the child has a sensitive period for tiny objects. So you are satisfying the sensitive urge of the child, and also it becomes easier for him to carry on because everything is according to the child size. Right? So,
a very interesting exercise of opening and closing bottle tops. We have so many volunteers here. Let's call one of them. Hello, Anam. Okay. Would you like to do a new exercise with me today? Yes? It is opening and closing of bottle tops. We have different bottles. I'll show you how to open it. Would you like to come with me? These are the bottles, and I will show you how to open them. See, it's open. It's open. But we never leave anything open. Let's close it. Open. Now I will close it. Open. Never leave anything open. Let's close it. Would you like to do it? Open. Let's wind up. We have to put the material back on the shelf.
One more time, ma'am, by yourself.
Want me to do?
Yes.
Open. Now let's close it.
Thank you, ma'am.
And this type of presentation is called unintentional. It was not planned. We had planned to do it only once. But if the child wants another presentation, we never refuse. We give the second presentation. And name for it is unintentional presentation.
So, you have enjoyed the presentation just right now, and you heard the sound while opening and closing of the first box. Yes, there was a sound and there must be a sound, because few things make sound. You cannot make it कि नहीं आवाज आनी नहीं चाहिए. जिस चीज से आती है तो आती है. That's it. Okay. And now we are starting up with folding and unfolding of mat. Material, a mat, direct aim to learn the proper way of folding and unfolding, indirect aim, coordination of movement, preparation for geometry, care of environment. Point of interest, changing shapes of mat, joining corners and sides. Points of error, there should be no bulges and the corners and sides should meet sharply. Age 2.5 years onward.
As a child.
Let me check the size if it is coming there.
अभी आपके audience को दिखाई.
For the child, the mat is big, so we move to the other side and then do it, okay? We are walking from one side. As the child is small and mats are quite big, so he will come to the other side and then do from the other side.
I'm not coming to that side.
A big round of applause for the team. Because explanation before presentation makes a lot of sense. So Ma'am Batul did a brilliant job of calling out the material, all the age, aim, and so on. And then Ma'am Meher took all the necessary steps. She didn't call you to come up to her, she went to you. And each and everything went well. And most important, you've been a very, very, very good participants. In the sense that once we are here under this roof, we are all workshop participants, and our aim, one aim, is to learn. It makes no difference if you can't see from there, and this is it, that's the beauty, and I wish the cameraman could take a picture, capture the audience from the front, that how keen, how eager they are to take a look at the presentation, and that's all that matters. You look great sitting like that because you're watching, you're getting, and I went and took a look from the back also, we can see, so we're going to be enjoying, there's a lot of EPL, but before this break, and what is this break all about? Well, in Ramzan, it's not a break, tea break? It's not a tea break, so it's a break to give them a little break, and then yes, you must be tired. Those seats are reserved. Okay? I mean, even if you get up, you don't have to leave your purse. Just come back and sit back. Don't save a seat for your friend. These are the little big things that we are going to be passing on to you during the workshop. How to get along with a group of people coming from different walks of life, different schools. There are some teachers, some are even housewives, and together as workshop participants, we will be the best human being there could be. Would that be right? Also, also, please from tomorrow, make sure you are the one who have to sign, so you would know better than me that you have not signed your attendance sheet. I know a number of people have not signed, so we will go in a systematic way and not to make a big fuss. For that, all the volunteers who are on duty today, make sure you are there to assist Ms. Nagra, and maybe branch-wise, slowly, girls from airport branch can go and start signing, and once you feel you are done with the airport branch, you move to Bahadrabad branch. In this way, you will have your movement, your physical break, mental break. You can take a look at the projects that's in the display, and the team will be back after a little while, just 10 to 15 minutes break. Okay, once again, let's end this session with a big round of applause for the announcement, explanation. As you have the program, what is after EPL presentation? Today's EPL presentation, tomorrow is EPL presentation, and then the next day, first thing in the morning, it is EPL activity. And this is just the perfect time for us to explain to you how to go about the activity, what is the aim, objective, and the purpose of the activity. There you are sitting, you're watching Mrs. Meher and Ma'am Batul as a team giving you the EPL presentation. EPL, exercises of practical life, in the Montessori system, they are not fixed exercises. Please keep that in mind. They are not fixed. We have a workshop index. Then for those of you who are students, there are extension, some more activity that you can do in EPL. Your activity should focus around doing other EPL activity which you may do in your school, which is not part of your course or the workshop index. Let me get a little more detail into that. For example, they have been showing how to hold a tray, how to hold a jug, how to carry a... So then you can show a child how to carry a plate. If they gave the presentation of how to hold a spoon, what about how to hold a knife, a butter knife, or a fork? So there is no limit to what we can teach the child because it's the daily activity. And this is not limited. There is no limit to it. In personal care, you may, and these are examples I'm giving you, you can take the idea and expand it, how to put on your socks. Children have a great difficulty in putting on their socks. In personal care, that is not there. And if you're giving a presentation as an activity, you will have to do exactly how they did. You'll have to say material, age, aim, point of interest, control of error, she'll take the consent. So it would be a test for us that how well have you taken Ma'am Meher's presentation and Ma'am Batul's explanation. And you can make an extension of EPL. Is that one aspect of EPL activity clear? Yes. Then we are leaving an open clause. We are not limiting you to only the EPL extra additional activity. You can do anything related to EPL for EPL activity. And what do I mean by that? Later on, by tomorrow, you will see there is a section called Grace and Courtesy. How to say sorry, how to say excuse me, greeting guests, and so on. Then you can dramatize. You can sit and debate. You can have a TV show where there's an anchor person and there's a trained mother and an untrained mother. An untrained mother is making fun and laughing. Okay, what does this Montessori, what is EPL? You are teaching my children how to do dusting. You are teaching my children how to do sweeping. Oh, I am a very rich person. I have 3 servants. So, acting भी हो सकती है, TV show भी हो सकता है, debate भी हो सकता है, advantage of EPL from a trained person, disadvantages of EPL or useless EPL, because many people do not understand the value of EPL. Even sometimes rich people, when they come from rich families, they look at the children doing little gardening and all that, and some parents even say they don't want their children's sack to get dirty. You have to understand the aim. The final direct aim, there are many aims, and these ladies have been saying it since morning. But there is just one aim that stands out above everything. And what is that? What is that aim of EPL? Independent. And not only independent, to become independent of the adult. So the child can learn to do many things. You can have a show that where a family whose child goes to the Montessori school and that child can get ready and pack the bag, open the bottle, and then there's another family where, you know, this in the morning it's a chaos, hectic, afra-tafri, and because the child is not trained, going to a Montessori school, the mother is not trained and so on. So is that enough guideline for the activity?
Yes.
Now, few rules to follow. You can only form a group of maximum 6 participants. Okay? Everybody must participate. And try to mingle up, try to mix up, and try to change your group. Don't stick to your branch. Get to know new people, right? And then please, please, please include our guest participants, because here they will be lost. Somebody would be from a school, she's the only one and she wouldn't know where to go. Many times in the workshop, then the guest, they form their own. So again, this is going to be a part of social training for you as a Montessori directress. How to treat guests and give due respect to our guest participants, because no matter what, everybody is participants, I keep saying that. Everybody is here for the learning. But, you know, it's like the home ground. Sometimes when you play cricket, अगर पाकिस्तान में है और पाकिस्तान खेल रहा है तो they feel like they are the host. So no matter what, we will all be perfect hostess for all the lovely people, all these ladies who have come from different schools and so on, just to attend our workshop and learn, and not learn only from the presentation, from the lectures, but from our behavior, our courtesy, our attitude. And then there is a time limit. 3 minutes only. So you got to be, there is going to be a group leader. The group leader's name is going to be there. Tomorrow I'll show, because you will give us the list on the day after. Tomorrow I'll show you a sample of how to give us the list. Everyone will make the EPL list on yellow page. Computer sheet, A4 size. So it does not get mixed up with the sensorial list or the other. Is that fair enough? Group leader will buy one yellow page. Sub sheets ka size same hoga. Heading will be, and make sure all this is there, because then we have a lot of difficulty in making judgment. Heading would be London Montessori International 15 days workshop, EPL activity. Name of activity? Activity ka koi naam to hoga. Saying sorry, hurting someone. Yeah, what to do when you break a glass. Suppose ye naam hai. So you write the name of the activity, then put the heading group and leave a dash. We will fill in. Are you group A, B, C, D? Group leader, please write your complete name with the correct spelling, because in the end, or maybe just the same, the next day, the winners will be awarded certificates, which will be very, very meaningful for you in future. So if you give us the correct spelling, we'll write the correct spelling, whatever spelling you give us. So don't just write Azra. If your name is Azra Bano, write Azra Bano. Group leader, and then 5 other members. Total 6. And in this way, mashallah, can you imagine, if you're good in maths, we will have lots and lots of groups. So that's why time management, and I will explain to you right now what we are looking for. We are looking for originality, creativity, teamwork, confidence, your presentation, time management, and overall you will be marked out of 50. And the judge will be judging just the activity, nothing else. Delete that idea from your mind that XYZ teacher, XYZ branch and favoritism. We are much, 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 much superior and higher level than that. If you're conducting a 15 days workshop and we're giving you the opportunity, this is no time for, and remember, coming first, second is not the aim. What is the aim then? And making sure that everybody participates. How could you win if you don't participate? That's the aim. Everybody, no matter how shy you are, and you will realize at the end of the 15 days, your family members won't even recognize you. So, you're more confident. I mean, look at you. Wow, you know how to dress, you know how to match. All this has been given to you in the most positive way, under the educational environment. MashaAllah, we all, the team, will be role models for you in every possible aspect. And with that note, I start planning and thinking about your EPL activity. Not now, after 1:30 today. And then you can be in touch with each other on the phone. You can stay back in the hall and decide. We are going to resume with the EPL presentation. So if the team, Mrs. Meher Javed and Batul, if you are ready, we are ready. And yesterday, Sir Shamim was saying about questions. I am sure you have 1,000,001 questions. Note down your question. There would be time given to you for question answer session, or in between tea breaks and so on. You can ask your questions. It was pointed out also that one of the major lecture Dr. Maria Montessori, her principles and theory is left. Yes, there is 15 days. We will find the appropriate time, and don't you worry, you will get that lecture in due time. So no questions of every seminar, every conference. There are only two types of people who do not ask questions. The one who understands everything. Of course, if you understand everything, why would you ask any question? And then the other kind who understand nothing. Because they don't understand, they don't even know what question to ask. So, which are you? The first one or the second one? Oh, great. Give yourself a big clap. And with that, let's also welcome Mrs. Meher Javed and Ms. Batul for continuation of EPL presentation. It's all over to them.
Okay, welcome back. I hope you elementary exercises. What we did before that? Yes, from the elementary exercises, and now we are going to do the threading beads. So right now I'm just going to read out the details. Material for threading beads: a reasonable quantity of large beads in a bowl or tray, and a knotted shoelace, and a colored cloth mat. Direct aim, threading beads. Indirect aim, coordination of movement. Indirect preparation for geometry, care of environment. Point of interest, the lace appearing on the other side of bead after threading, the beaded lace. Control of error, spilling of beads, tugging of beads. Age 2.5 years onward. In material I just said reasonable quantity of large beads. So what does that reasonable means? 40, 50? 6 to 8 years. Because you have to check that the child is 2.5 years, so the span of attention is much smaller. So you have to, later on when the child grows, you can have separate activities from art activity. He can do with lots of beads, can make necklace or bracelets, anything you want to. But for the just beginners, it is like fine with 6 to 8 beads, right?
And we will have one of you to come and do this exercise. Hello, how are you? Fine. Are you doing something? You were writing, but now you have stopped writing. So will you do the exercise? We will do threading beads. Would you like to come with me? By this time, child knows how to fold and unfold the mat, so I will ask her to do it. Can you lay out the mat? These are the beads. Beads. And this is a shoelace. This is a shoelace. We will string the beads on this shoelace. I will put them in the shoelace one by one. Child is interested. She's putting on like a necklace. So what we do, we put the material back in its place after folding the table mat.
What is the purpose of this exercise?
Now you will tell me, because before this, Montessori told you the aims. Yes, what are the aims?
Indirect preparation for writing.
How? And these are the main fingers which you are using for holding your instrument of writing. Whether it is a pencil, a pen, a chalk, whatever, you use that. And these things, 2 fingers and thumb are putting pressure on them. Okay, thank you. Let's put it.
Here and try to focus and try to understand that, and then if there comes a question you can write it down for yourself to ask later on. Okay, so just Mr. and Mrs. Shamim and Sunara is here, so we welcome you and Assalamu Alaikum. And we will be continuing, okay? So we are now doing the elementary exercises. Now we are moving to pegging exercise, pegging a basket, material, few pegs in different colors, and a basket with sharp edges on which the pegs can be fixed. Direct aim, pegging, indirect aim, concentration, coordination of movement, order, preparation for writing. Points of interest, the basket and the pegs, control of error, improper fixing of pegs on the edges, age 2.5 years onward.
Okay. Now the exercise of pegging. For this we need pegs and a basket. You want to come? Okay. Anahita, how are you? Would you like to do an interesting exercise with me? Come, I'll show you the material for pegging. For this we need a basket, or the main emphasis is on the edge. It should be sharp so the pegs will fix properly. See, the peg is open. It's open, closed. Now we have removed all the bag. Now we will put them back. We have put back the bags. Would you like to do it? Thank you. Let's put the material back to its place.
Sponging elementary. Okay, I have a request to make. Kindly, whoever the volunteers are, whoever will be the child sitting here, please don't repeat. So we can properly managing the proper presentation by the directress and not by the child. But otherwise, वो child की repetition में mistake हो सकती है और वो आपके दिमाग में रह जाएगी. ठीक है?
Time will double.
Yeah, time will double too. Yes. Okay. Material, a sponge small size, a bowl with enough water to be soaked by the sponge, kept in a tray, duster, apron, plastic